FanDuel Sports Network, proudly presented by Carnival Cruise Line. The Heat and the Cavaliers are both 7-4. Miami's won 3 straight. They are a perfect 5-0 at home. And we always hope you enjoy every bounce and basket right along with us. The Heat and Cavs both missing key players. Cleveland tonight without 3 starters. And that would include Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and Evan Mobley. They're also without Max Strus. And without Jalen Tyson. Miami, meanwhile, missing Captain Bam Adebayo for the 4th straight game. Tyler Hero missing his 12th game in a row, recovering from his September ankle surgery. And now we say hello again, the Heat Nation. Thanks for joining us. Always great to have you with us. And just as great to be alongside the point guard, John Crotty. I'm Eric Reed. That 140-138 overtime win Monday night by the Heat. Incredible and memorable. But it's behind us now. And, John, how do the Heat overcome the obvious urge to look ahead with Cleveland being shorthanded?
Well, they have to have the right mindset from the start. And that's not easy, but they got to come out really desperate and have a sense of urgency with several of the top Cavaliers out. You mentioned Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Darius Garland. You know, got to play really hard from the outset, not let the foot off the pedal. Second, consistent pressure for 48 minutes. Use that offensive pace and defensive intensity to wear down Cleveland throughout 4 quarters. Keep that double-digit lead and don't let them back in the game when you make any kind of run. And last, finish with authority. You're 5-0 at home. Continue to attack the paint to score and drive and kick for open threes. Miami has been great finishing on their home floor, getting the fans involved.
As for the Cavaliers, DeAndre Hunter's averaging career-high 19 points a game. He did have 23 on Monday night, played a season-high 35 minutes, and even more on the former Virginia Cavaliers' plate tonight without Donovan Mitchell's 30 points per game. Now on to the much-improved Heat, that high-speed offense. It's now a state-of-the-art offense that leads the league in scoring and fast break points, points in the paint. They're up there in all of those categories. John, how are the Heat getting it done at this elite level?
Yeah, attacking the paint to me is really impressive, and they did so in a big way against Cleveland, 66-50 with a points in the paint advantage. They're doing it off the dribble. They're also doing it in the post. They're doing it with offensive rebounds and putbacks too, so just relentless in their attack. Norman Powell had a season-high 33 points. He's playing at a high level. All 3 levels at the rim, in the mid-range. Took 9 threes, made 4 of them, and he's getting to that free throw line. And Jaime Jaquez Jr. Leading that second unit at 22 points, 14 of those 22 in the paint, at a career-high 13 boards, and leading that team with 14 drives, not just to score, but also to set up his teammates with assists.
And Miami now one of 6 teams still unbeaten at home. A 5-0 start at home, just the 3rd time that's happened in franchise history. The Heat are averaging 132 points per game, outscoring the opposition by 12 points per game and staying unbeaten at home. And Khalil Ware coming off what his coach called his best game as a pro, 14 points with a career-high 20 rebounds and 7 offensive rebounds. He played with great activity and energy. And our Toyota trend is on Andrew Wiggins. He had 23 points, and the game-winning dunk is overtime expired. He's been Mr. Clutch in the 305 and was the star of Monday night's miracle in Miami. We're tied at 138. Heat ball with 4:10 left.
Nico has the rock, near side. Everybody's in motion.
Jovic buscando.
How about one more miracle?
Come on for Wiggins, right at the rim. It's all over.
Gana el Heat.
Heat winning. A spectacular finish for Miami. This belongs to the Heat.
We asked for one more miracle. We got one more miracle. Local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. By Rooms to Go. The Rooms to Go holiday sale is going on now. And by Grey Goose, official partner of the Heat. Make time wait.
the new edition of the Vice Knights uniforms, back and better than ever. You saw them first 7 years ago in 2018 when Bam Adebayo was here with Dwayne Wade wearing these uniforms, but they're back. They're the greatest selling City Edition uniforms in NBA history, and you can get yours at MiamiHeatStore.com. But let's check out the starting lineups for tonight's game as the Heat don those jerseys. It's the same look: Mitchell, Powell, Wiggins, Larson, and Ware. And for the Cavs side, no Donovan Mitchell, no Darius Garland, no Evan Mobley. We'll see how they get it done with Lonzo Ball and Sam Merrill in that starting lineup. But you got to go get your Vice jerseys. Hey, I've got mine right here. You can customize your own. I got my Taché on the back. I know Eric Reed and John Crotty, they've got theirs as well, and they're going to take you through this first game of this season in the Vice uniforms.
Way to go, Jeremy Taché, wearing Ronnie Cycli's old number 4. That's a good omen. Oh, he gets set for game number 12, season number 38, second meeting in a row between the two teams that collided in last year's first round. Our officials are Nick Buchert, JB DeRosa, and Nate Curley. And Heat Nation, always a pleasure. Off we go on another Miami Heat NBA adventure. Need to try to make it 4 straight wins and stay perfect at home. Jared Allen sneaked in and missed. Lonzo Ball, the offensive rebound. That's been a sore subject for the Heat. They are last in the league in giving up offensive rebounds and second chance points per game. DeAndre Hunter rejected. The early eraser is Khalil Ware. John, his shot blocking and everything else has really picked up lately.
Yeah, he's really timing it better, too, not leaving his man too early. DeAndre Hunter had already committed and let that ball up in the air. Super short clock here, 0.3 seconds.
His 8th straight game already with a block. The tip by Allen doesn't go. And here come the Heat with a 5-on-4 break. Powell into the corner, wide open for Wiggins. Rebound comes down to Jared Allen, the 9-year veteran out of Texas. Played a season-low 21 minutes of the game on Monday. Was barely seen in the fourth quarter, did not play in the overtime.
Yeah, he's going to play a lot more tonight. He puts a lot of pressure on the rim with those dive cuts and finishing around the basket. 62 threes Cleveland took in the last game. That's really too many, and their coach Kenny Atkinson acknowledged that. He wants more balance attacking inside.
Powell, kaboom! Another space shot for Stormin Norman. He's averaging 24.5 points per game. He's shooting 46% from downtown.
Yeah, that's a career high from 3. He has been so good out there, both in transition and half court. He's getting some quality looks. Wiggins finding him right there on that left wing. No hesitation and nothing but cord there for Norman.
Lonzo Ball's going to learn he better be more attentive on his closeouts, defending Norman Powell. Here's Powell, left wing. Try to draw the foul on Dean Wade. Ball goes out of bounds and will go over to the Cavaliers. The Cleveland using Sam Merrill, Lonzo Ball, and Dean Wade as starters tonight. They're without Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and the 30-point-a-game scorer Donovan Mitchell. That's through the hands of Sam Merrill, who had an unusual night on Monday, John. He missed his first 7 shots and tripled 4 times in a row in the fourth quarter.
An 88-second span, he made 4 threes.
Oh, my! A right-hand slammer jammer from Pelle Larsson. Ware hammered it down.
Boy, he went up high to get that ball, too. Wow, he is engaged. Blocking on the defensive game earlier and then going upstairs here. Pelle Larsson throwing it up high, and he had to rear back and crush it.
We did not have to wait long for our flantastic play brought to you by Vicky Bakery and Khalil Ware. 5-0 Heat. Ball missing the 3. Wiggins in a crowd could not hold on, but it bounces to Larson in Miami. The Cavaliers have missed their first 5 shots to open up. Powell, yes, bottoms up on a sweet turnaround jumper.
Great timing there. Bouncing into the defense and then spinning away to that baseline comfort level mid-range jumper.
Jared Allen against the smaller Davion Mitchell, able to hit the hook. Allen averaging 15 points a game early in his 9th season.
So good finishing in the paint.
There's Allen, former Brooklyn Net, now a mainstay in his 5th year as the Cavaliers starting center. This is Merrill, the sharpshooter. Hunter gets a good look and nails it. DeAndre Hunter, 19 triples this year and a career best 19 points a game so far this year.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of him tonight. Donovan Mitchell out, Darius Garland, and Mobley. It's going to be a lot of DeAndre Hunter. He'll take at least 20 shots tonight for the Cavaliers.
Ware open three. He got it. Khalil Ware had it rim around. That's his 12th triple of the season.
Important shot, too, for Miami. Get the shot blocker, Jared Allen, out of the paint, having to come out and extend to close out to Khalil Ware from three.
Lonzo Ball nails that triple. Ball had 3 trays in Monday night's game. He's averaging 5 points per game. The 9th-year pro at UCLA. Came over in the trade with the Bulls. Here's Khalil on the move, and he got fouled by Sam Merrill.
Khalil Ware has been super active to start this game, which bodes well for Miami. Driving kick action. Davion Mitchell inside and drawing the defense. And here's the drive that created the foul right there. Mixing up his offense is Khalil Ware, and he's keeping Jared Allen guessing. The shot blocker on the Cleveland side, who does his work mostly in the paint. If Khalil can get him to come further out of the paint to guard him, he will open up that driving area for the rest of the team.
The 20 rebounds and the 7 offensive rebounds Monday night were both career highs for Khalil. And John, I don't think Khalil has to worry about his offense. It can just come organically with his offensive rebounds. People want to lob him the ball because he's such a good catcher and finisher. When he brings energy and attentiveness, he is a very effective player.
Yeah, I would say for him, focus on your rebounding and your defense, and you're going to find you're going to have 12 points before you know it on dunks.
Oh, nice finish by Hunter. Got past his man and got it over Ware. A 2-point Heat lead after starting quickly with the game's first 7 points. Wiggins against Merrill. Post-up opportunity. And Andrew capitalizes with that soft touch.
That's going to be a good option for Miami. That matchup with he and Merrill. He can take him down low and shoot over top of him with that length and athleticism.
Here's Merrill, gets a look at 3, missed it. Rebound to Khalil Ware. Here comes Davion Mitchell, coming right at Hunter. Sets up Powell for 3. Kaboom!
Jared Allen.
Powell, one of the best first quarter scorers in the NBA, has 8 in the first 4.5 minutes of this game.
Excuse me, Jared Allen fell down. It was a 5-on-4 run out, and Davion Mitchell, great awareness. See how Allen drifting back into the picture. Powell gets a good clean look straight away, and 8 points for him. The sharpshooter, keeping it going.
Everybody, here is tonight's extraordinary player, brought to you by your Southern Lexus dealers. How about best newcomers early in the season to a brand new team? A couple veterans in Durant and Powell and Michael Porter Jr. Porter Jr. coming over from Denver. Wiggins in the Golden Powell in the trade with the Clippers in the offseason. And John, he's been so important to the Heat offense early in the season, especially when you consider Tyler Hero is still missing.
Yeah, he stepped in. It's been so seamless and surprising. I mean, leading scorer on the team with what he's been doing at 24.5 a game, and his consistency too. I mean, 20 points in 7 of the first 8 games he's played.
Craig Porter Jr. got a long offensive rebound and then a short one. And John, that same bugaboo is already hurting the Heat. They're allowing 15 offensive rebounds per game for 20 second chance points, both dead last in the league. Larson got it, plus a foul. Opella Larson getting the drive to go in his 9th straight start.
Good hard cut here by Larson's, which sets it up. The defense watching Wiggins, and Larson able to beat Merrill and then finish with the shot blocker Jared Allen in the picture. He has just been relentless in his attacks to the basket. I love the way he's playing. 8 straight starts. This is his 9th straight start for Pella. So his confidence growing as he's fitting into this role.
Averaging 12 points a game on 58% shooting as a starter. Oh, what a block by Wiggins against Lonzo Ball. 9 on the shot clock. That's Allen for the deuce. Second score for the former Texas Longhorn. Led the league in field goal percentage last year at 71%. The Heat will keep it. Craig Porter Jr. in the backcourt, urging his coach to take a timeout and challenge, and Kenny Atkinson is going to do just that.
Ooh, that is an excellent block. The timing of Andrew Wiggins right there, snuffing out that Lonzo Ball layup attempt.
Challenging the out of bounds.
Challenge. It's our Sprite coaches challenge. Here's what they were talking about. The denial by Craig Porter Jr. The Cavaliers' claim is that it went off the hands of Davion Mitchell, and that's what they ruled. The Cavaliers won that challenge, so it's Cleveland ball with the Heat up 20-14. 6:52 left, first quarter. Sort of an uneven start. Miami making 7 of their first 10 shots, but giving up a couple of key early offensive rebounds to the Cavaliers. Sam Merrill had a rough shooting night. Missed his first 7 shots Monday. He's missed his first 3 shots tonight. This is Craig Porter Jr. out of Wichita State. He's guarded by Powell. 6 on the 24 for Allen. Turns middle for the hook.
He's a polished player. And you see in the moves right there, faking right, coming back to his left. Let's not forget he was an all-star back in 2022 when he was in Brooklyn playing at a high level inside.
That's Andrew Wiggins, and he too playing at a very high level. Took that one right over the top of Lonzo Ball. Wiggins with 4. Inside Allen, missing that jump hook. And Khalil Ware comes down with a forceful rebound. Ahead by 6, nice pass into Larson, who gets fouled by Lonzo Ball.
Oh, that was a gorgeous pass by Andrew Wiggins. Cutting on the baseline is Pelle Larsson. He does a very nice job of staying active, and look at the needle being threaded there. Lonzo Ball knew he's trapped behind and gonna grab Pelle there on that shot attempt on the reverse layup. So he continued to apply constant pressure, pushing pace, pushing tempo. He wasn't in the act of shooting, so it'll be side out Miami.
Ball and Merrill are out for the Cavaliers. Larry Nance Jr., the 11-year veteran out of Wyoming who missed the game Monday night with a knee injury, is back. And Tyrese Proctor, a rookie out of Duke, is also checked in. There's Nance Jr.
I love how hard Miami is playing in terms of their cuts. They shot a season-high 41 free throws in the last game again on Monday against Cleveland because of their activity, and they're off to a great start again of getting them in some early fouls here due to the hard cuts.
Larson penetrates a keeper. He got stripped. Ball went out of bounds off of him. It was interesting. Both teams committed 27 fouls in Monday night's game, but Kenny Atkinson got so aggravated with the third quarter officiating, he drew 2 techs and was ejected in that third quarter. That was a quarter where the Heat took 21 free throws to Cleveland's 4. That was Craig Porter Jr. on that bowling.
I'm a huge fan of Kenny Atkinson, but they're 27th in drives, so they shoot so many threes, as we know. They lead the league in 3 attempts, so that means they're not driving as much, or driving a lot less, in fact, than anybody else in the league. So it's hard to get free throws and get to the line when you're taking that many perimeter shots.
Here's Nance Jr. missing on a 3 ball. They lead the league in 3-point makes and attempts this year. Took a season high 120 shots in Monday's game, a franchise high 65 3-point attempts. Davion missed it. Craig Porter Jr. been active, 4 points, 3 rebounds since coming into the game. Allen, nice pass out to Luke Travers. He missed the 3. And here comes Jaime Jaquez Jr. Bumping with Proctor down the Jaime highway.
So relentless. Getting downhill in that paint. Had 22 points in the last game on Monday, and 14 of those were in the paint in terms of drives and finishes. And boy, he goes right down free throw line and gets to that crossover, and you see him go from 3rd to 4th gear, and he's like a bull knocking people out of the way with that right hand finish. I love his awareness. He's always got his head up, and he's done a better job of finding cutters. If he gets double teamed or he sees a shot blocker, he'll make the right play, the right pass as he's going to the basket.
Ware and Powell out for the Heat. Fontecchio and Jovic are in. Porter Jr. driving on Jaquez. The jump shot, an air ball by the rookie Tyrese Proctor, but the Cavaliers will keep it with 7 on the shot clock. DeAndre Hunter back in for Cleveland. Jared Allen gets his first rest. Allen with 6 first quarter points for Cleveland. Heat with a 6-point lead. 5 on the shot clock. Deflection out of bounds by Larson. John, the Heat offense getting the accolades and the headlines for good reason, leading the league in scoring and assists and points in the paint. But the defense, John, it's still the 3rd best field goal percentage D in the NBA.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so unique as we see Proctor knocking that one in. But Miami has maintained that defensive toughness, despite the fast play in the offensive end. They still value each possession.
There's Luke Travers, a 2nd-year player from Perth, Australia, coming up with the block shot. There's Travers. 5th game of the year. He's played a total of 33 minutes this season for the Cavs. There's an energizing force off the Heat bench. Drew Smith taking the baton from Davion Mitchell. 4-point Heat lead. Just over 4 minutes left, first quarter. This could be a foul on Fontecchio. Trying to get through the screen.
Here's what Miami does well. They battle, fighting through the screen as Fontecchio there, getting over Travers, but a little too much body there on DeAndre Hunter.
And it's going to be an illegal screen on Larry Nance Jr.
You don't get that call unless you try to fight through it. Larson taking contact on his right shoulder. Larry Nance Jr. getting called for the illegal screen, leaning in and making contact there.
Kenny Atkinson, the 57-year-old head coach of the Cavs, second season as their head man, as Jaquez got it, and a foul. Oh, he is Mr. Paint this year for Miami. Jaime Jaquez Jr., one of the top in the paint scorers in the NBA. Matter of fact, he ranks 6th at 13 points a game in the paint.
Multiple moves there, a crossover and finishing with a Euro step after the contact. And he has done an excellent job of drawing fouls and getting to the line. Was 8 for 8 in the game on Monday and able to convert that 3-point play there. Good start for Jaime.
Most improved players in the NBA. Jaquez almost 18 points and 8 rebounds and 5 assists a game. Travers missing on the tip. Fontecchio comes away with it. Having trouble, but a behind-the-back escape for Fontecchio. 3:35 left. Backdoor cut, Drew Smith. He hits the reverse. That was pretty work by Drew Smith.
Yeah, they're excellent cut on the baseline, and Niko Jovic laying that one out with the bounce.
And Nance covered up, and he got fouled by Nikola Jovic.
He really cutting well and rewarding the cutters with perfect passes to the rim. And that's just a very skilled finish going up and under Drew Smith to get away from the shot blocker, and Niko Jovic rewarding the cut there as the defender lost track of Drew Smith, hits him on the move.
That ball knocked out of bounds by Jaquez. Kenny Atkinson was talking about Miami's offense. He said they have turned their offense into a track meet, and they're hard to guard. This is Proctor, guarded by Jovic. Good stutter step dribble. Rebound to Nance Jr. Craig Porter Jr., corner 3. Well, they make you pay. Almost everybody does after an offensive rebound. That's 7 points for Craig Porter Jr. And the same vulnerability showing up for the Heat in this first quarter. Drew Smith's pass deflected off a shin right back to him. The cut was Jaquez. The Cavaliers take it away. Travers. And that rebound protected by Fontecchio. Drew Smith. Topside, Fontecchio, here it comes. Kaboom.
Quick reversal pass by Drew Smith. And Fontecchio waiting there, licking his fingers on that catch and release. The Italian with the stroke beyond the arc, leading the Heat in threes made. And look how comfortable he is there, off the palm, but released with the fingertips. Heat by 9.
As the Heat lead 32-23, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has scored 5 points here in the first quarter. He also had a jersey swap with Miguel Rojas, who's about to join me right here behind the Heat bench. Miguel Rojas, we're ready to have this conversation. A World Series champion. Miggy Rowe, welcome back to Miami. Now, you're just over a week removed from hitting a game-tying home run in the 9th inning of the World Series. As you reflect on it, what are the emotions like?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been living it all, and it's really hard to put it into context and into words. What I feel like and how the love for the fans and everybody in LA and around the world, and especially my country in Venezuela, how proud the people are from that moment itself, but winning a World Series, knowing that we were against against everybody, and we were like 3-2 on deficit, and be able to come back as a team and win that World Series is the best moment of my life.
Well, there maybe wasn't anybody happier in Miami than the California kid, Jaime Jaquez Jr., who jumped at the chance to exchange jerseys with you before the game. You're wearing yours right now. He wrote Savior on the back. What did he share with you in that conversation?
I mean, he just told me how proud he was of the moment, and I know for a lot of people from Los Angeles and growing up over there, it means a lot. The Dodgers are a great organization that kind of like do a lot of things for the people over there, and just for him to write that in the back of his jersey, that's why I'm wearing it right now. He's wearing number 11, a number that I wore my first year. I won a World Series with that number, and it's just a special, man. Like, a lot of people really feel Los Angeles and the Dodgers and the Dodger blue. And for me to be here right now and like getting to meet Jaquez Jr. is an amazing honor. And I hope for him everything and nothing but the best in his future.
Well, last one for you before you go. Wearing that Miami across their chest. You used to wear it for the Marlins, and when you were down here, we used to speak about Udonis Haslem and what you learned from Heat culture. What did you take from those moments that you brought with you to LA as a leader?
I mean, it's who I am, you know. I came to LA trying to establish myself in the big leagues and having an opportunity to play every day, become a leader, become a guy that kind of like people can follow. It means a lot. Miami is always going to be on my heart, and it's always going to be a place where I can go home because my kids grew up here and they born here. And I mean, it's really hard to tell you how much Miami means to me because I always come back here, and it's going to be home for me the rest of my life. So it's going to be a good time for me to enjoy here in Miami, and who knows, I might come back here and coach for the team. And I mean, our guy Clayton McCullough is doing a great job, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a spot for me at some point.
We would love to see it. Welcome home, Miggy. Congratulations on being a World Series champion. Guys, back to you.
I think Taché just got a huge scoop there. Drew Smith, second try, puts it in. Second score for Drew Smith. Miami with a 9-point lead. Great success story from Miguel Rojas with Miami roots to it. Meanwhile, John, the Heat have a 9-point lead, but the Cavaliers understaffed and so far very scrappy.
Yeah, I mean, feisty. You know they're going to bring their best here. They've got nothing to lose with some of their top guys out, and they're playing with a lot of grit.
Sloppy as Hunter scores against Heat defense that wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, Hunter's going to be the guy. You'll see some big number from him at the end of this game. He's got 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting, and he'll be taking at least 20 field goal attempts here. But Miami, pretty good start with Jaime looking to finish this first quarter off the dribble.
Hopkins with 5 on the shot clock, and Fontecchio gets fouled by Travers. Well, John, we're talking about the highest team in the NBA with Miami. This is their 22nd quarter with at least 30 points this year. They've already had 4 quarters of 40 points or more, and remember that 53-point first quarter against Charlotte. Eric Spoelstra's teams have been starting games furiously well. They're the highest scoring first quarter team in the league and the highest scoring team in the NBA.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome trend. It's a great theme because it does tend to carry through the game, at least getting your body moving and playing hard, and you're seeing the starting group seamlessly moving to the second unit, which plays at the end of the first quarter too, which carries forward into that second quarter. So I love how well Miami's come out with their unselfish play of, pace of play.
John, as you and I go about our business in town, every Heat fan asks the same thing. Can they sustain this offensive pace?
I think they can. Yeah, I think they can. I mean, look, it's a style that's very intoxicating as a player because everyone's involved. You're sharing the ball, and everyone can contribute, and when you're catching the ball and it's moving like this through cutting and pace, you're going to get easier shots. Everyone has a chance to score and contribute and make a difference on this roster.
Simone Fontecchio injuring his shoulder a little bit on that last play of the first quarter. A 38-point quarter for the Heat. They shot 58%. Got 8 points from Norman Powell, 7 from Kel'el Ware. First quarter is in the books. We move on to tonight's deal of the game, and gang, it's free shipping on all online orders, $99 and up. when you sign up to become a Miami Heat Store Insider. Scan the QR code right now, sign up, and then stock up on our Vice Night collection. Well, the Heat dancers in their Vice gear, the Vice floor here on the Pat Riley Court inside the Kaseya Center, where the Heat are one of 6 unbeaten teams at home early in this NBA season. We start the second quarter, Heat ahead 38-29. Jaquez misses the wing jumper. DeAndre Hunter with his first rebound. He had 8 first quarter points for the Cavaliers. Thomas Bryant, the former Heat big man. First touch, a chance at a three-point play for the native of Rochester, New York.
Well, he's going to play hard inside and uses that physicality. Thomas Bryant, we've seen it when he wore a Heat jersey. Gets deep, post up inside with a smaller body on him. Jaime trying to get around him. And Bryant able to muscle it up and get an N1 opportunity for Cleveland.
Thomas, the veteran at Indiana University, was a very popular teammate when he was here in Miami. He's just a solid guy and a good teammate everywhere he's been. Jaquez down the highway, rejected that time. Thomas Bryant making an instant impact for Cleveland. Inside, Bryant! Can you believe that? 4 points and a block shot and a minute of play.
Yeah, beat Miami down the floor too. No one picking him up, and they were able to get it right inside. Quick 4 points there for Thomas Bryant.
Step back for Andrew Wiggins. Boy, he has been so solid for Miami this year. 3 of 4 shooting. He has 8 points for the Heat. Actually 4 of 5 from the field.
Well, Wiggs knows if he gets Bryant on him, he can take him off the dribble with the crossover.
Well, Sam Merrill, another drought for him. He's missed his first 4 shots tonight. Jaquez for the cutting Smith. Footwork for the bucket. Drew Smith, that man always seems to find a way. Smith with 6 points. He's hit 3 early field goals. 9-point Heat lead. Early second quarter. It's Merrill. And hard luck for Merrill as the ball gets knocked out by Miami. Sam Merrill tonight making his 12th career start and his 5th this year for Cleveland. He's a 6-year pro at Utah State, former second-round pick. Spent time with Milwaukee and Memphis before coming to Cleveland, where he now plays for his 4th straight season. Tyrese Brock coming middle for the 17-footer. And Fontecchio lets it bounce out. That's the kind of box out you want to see from the guys wearing black shirts tonight.
Yeah, I like the contest too. Jovic right up, hand in the face there of Proctor on that release.
Jovic circling. And his jump hook bounces into the hands of Bryant. Merrill uses the Bryant screen. Jaquez cut him off. This is Hunter. Bouncing back for the rookie Proctor. And look at that runway for Hunter. John, nobody stopped him. He just had a clear path for their 7th offensive rebound of the half.
He's athletic too. If he gets a clear path to run to that basket, he'll be on top of it hovering.
Oh, Jaquez with a burst. Trying to get the rebound. Instead, it bounces to Wiggins. Wiggins to the paint. And the steal by Merrill. Well, they've been active on the defensive end. That's their 4th steal of the half. Merrill. Hunter. Not Dean Wade. And Fontecchio brings it down. 4 of 18 three-point shooting for Cleveland here in the first half. Heat are 4 for 9. Cavaliers averaging over 45 three-point attempts a game. It's number 1 in the league. It's Jovic. And the rebound again to Thomas Bryant. A 3. And Smith has it. Cleveland has fallen in love with a three-point shot this year. It's Smith. It's Wiggins on the offensive board, and he was fouled by Sam Merrill. For Merrill, that's going to be his 3rd foul in 10 first half minutes. First team foul of the quarter on Cleveland. Lonzo Ball getting ready to come back in.
Boy, Cleveland going deep in their bench out there.
Naquan Tomlin has just checked in.
One of the
rookie
two-way.
from Memphis.
One of the two-way guys, Tomlin.
You know, we know that Kenny Atkinson is not playing with a full deck of cards tonight. He's missing 3 starters. Fontecchio, bullseye. Simone on the money. We ought to start calling him 3-Mone Fontecchio.
We should. He has made more threes than anybody on the Heat team right now. That's 29. That's his second one tonight.
Got 8 points. Bryant in the post, deflected by Jovic, who backs it in. But Craig Porter Jr. gets it and fires it and drills it. 10 points tonight for him.
He had a nice stretch last season where he got into a great offensive rhythm.
Oh, that counts, plus a foul. Nikola Jovic with a driving score and a chance at a 3-point play.
Using that 6'10" length on the pitch ahead, just goes left shoulder down, gets into the body of Thomas Bryant and uses the glass effectively. And Fontecchio always moving out there, able to come flying off the baseline and using a little handoff action by Jaquez Jr. Heat runs so few pick and rolls and handoff actions. They were able to get one nicely coordinated there as Jaquez laid that one out for Fontecchio for the triple.
9-point Miami lead, just under 8 minutes left, first half. Lonzo Ball getting his first start of the season tonight. Misses the 3. Rebound to Fontecchio. Here comes Simone. Powell back in. Jaquez loads up. And it kicks out to Drew Smith. Long shots usually bring long rebounds. Oh, what a block by Craig Porter Jr. Cavaliers have been feisty on the defensive end tonight. There's Porter Jr. These young Cavs are playing hard. Tomlin misses. Powell with a rebound. Jovic with Thomas Bryant defending. Look out, double comes for Jaquez. Cross court for a wide open Powell. The danger of doubling a skilled passer.
That's a great pass, too. Out of the double team, he put that on a rope across the court to find Norman Powell in the comfy corner there. Not an easy pass to make with 2 defenders on him.
Largest lead tonight for Miami, their first double-digit lead at 50-38. Check their second, obviously. Here's Porter Jr. drills it. So he's got 3 triples here in the first half. He had 6 for the season in his first 11 games. 13 points for him. Jaquez deep in the paint and then loses the ball out of bounds. But last touch by Cleveland as we get a timeout here in Miami with 6:22 left in this second quarter.
Over 5 assists a game, making plays like this, not panicking. Jaime stretching the 2 defenders out and allowing Norman Powell to step in with some room and knock down a triple. Heat by 9. In the post area, they've got 2 different guys coming at him on that double team, and he stretches both of these guys out further away from the basket. By doing that, he allows Norman Powell over here to slide into the corner area, and on the pass, get a wide open look with the defense having to run all the way across the floor for the closeout on Norman and gives him an open look beyond the arc. That's just great vision by Jaime and giving his teammate an open look. 6 made threes for Miami, and this is the continued development of Jaime Jaquez Jr. His ability to be able to see defenders, make the right decision, and pass and find the open man even when pressured.
Khalil Weir picking up an offensive foul away from the ball there. John, the Heat, as you pointed out, 6 of 14 from 3 in this first half. Miami, all season long so far, been getting very clean looks. That's why their field goal percentage is so high at 50% from the field. That's going to be a foul and a score.
Boy, Porter Jr. getting rolling. Young point guard in his 3rd year out of Wichita State. He is got it going here out beyond the arc, this time getting into the body of Davion Mitchell and able to knock down that runner. That's his 15th point on a perfect 6 for 6 from the field.
John, that's already a season high for a player that had scored 4 points over the last 4 games, but a very aggressive young man. Had a great junior college career at Vincennes Junior College in Indiana, where he won a national championship. His teams went 62-7 in his 2 seasons. Another Heat turnover. Cavaliers within 7, just under 6 to play in the second quarter. Powell guarding Larry Nance Jr. And Mitchell picks him up on a switch. Jared Allen against Ware. And Jovic off and running with the rebound. Good look for Nico. Jared Allen reels it in. Craig Porter Jr. with the last 8 points for Cleveland. Inside, it's Allen deep in the post. Good double by Jovic. Oh, that was great team defense. He came away with the steal and then turns it right back. And Allen down the other end, capitalized.
Oh, so unfortunate. That was such a smart double team, and then Jovic trying to advance the basketball creates the turnover there. An easy score for Jared Allen.
7 straight points for Cleveland. Jovic, good look. Khalil on the offensive glass. Davion Mitchell. Kaboom. First score tonight for Mitchell.
Well, Ware with the offensive board sees the double team and kicks it out to get Mitchell that clean look.
That's one of his secret weapons for Khalil Ware, the offensive rebounding for him. Porter Jr. cross-court for ball. Bullets inside for Allen. Got the bucket and the foul. What a threat set-up pass that was by Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, he's a threat in there. Led the association a year ago in field goal percentage because of plays like this. He catches it so deep. He's got touch with either hand inside, and he's getting more touches, and he's been more showcased without Donovan Mitchell out there and Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. He has been the threat for the Cavaliers in the paint.
Khalil Ware picks up his 3rd foul. He goes to the bench. Jaquez Jr. is back in. Jared Allen, 11 first-half points for the Cavs center. A 5-point Heat lead. Mitchell for 3. And it comes down to Nance of the Cavs. Both teams under 40% shooting. Allen on the catch inside, knocked away again by a very active Jovic defensively. Mitchell sets up Powell. Pretty basketball for the Heat, and the 4th triple of the first half for Norman Powell.
So unselfish, this team, and hard driving as Mitchell finds Powell.
Oh, that's a score inside from Tomlin. But they're going to take it away. Naquan Tomlin had a pretty putback, but it's not going to count. An offensive foul.
Saying he led with that right knee on the hard take here. Watch the knee.
Right into the gut of Larson.
Caught Larson. And Cavaliers, let's see what they're going to do here. They may challenge this. Tomlin feels like it was in the normal course of shooting a layup. So if the Heat get the call, the ball's inbounded and can no longer challenge.
8-point Heat lead, just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Davion, left-handed drive. Against ball, whips it into the corner, Larson. Kaboom. Pelle Larson, his first triple tonight.
Boy, another assist for Davion Mitchell. That's his 5th assist right there, finding Larson in that right corner.
5 different Heat players have tripled tonight. 7 Heat players this year averaging double-digit points. 7 on the shot clock. Ball drains a 3. Doesn't shoot much, but Lonzo with 2 threes here in the first half. 8-point Heat lead. Davion. Now Jaquez. Larson fouled by Tomlin. It's going to be the 3rd team foul on Cleveland on the quarter.
Davion Mitchell getting a step on ball and kind of coming back out and then back in, using that left-hand hook pass to make it all the way through the baseline outside to Pelle Larson. And he continued to shoot the 3 ball effectively, 9 of 20. That's 45% for Miami, getting great shots.
There's Davion. Rattles in. Davion Mitchell gets a very fortunate bounce. He's tripled twice in the quarter, and the Heat back to an 11-point lead. Heat are 10 of 21 from 3. And Larson fouling Lonzo Ball on a three-point shot, and they're going to take a look and see if it was a reckless closeout as well.
Davion Mitchell getting to the open area on the kick-out pass and keeping that defense honest. Look at that. Shooter's touch, Davion.
To Miami Heat basketball on FanDuel Sports Network. Hey, those are Vice colors right there. Vice Knights here in Miami. Things are rocking offensively. So is the Guitar Hotel. I'm Jeremy Taché here in the Bacardi Ocho Lounge with the coach, Ron Rothstein. An 11-point game, coach. What have you liked thus far from what you've seen from the Miami Heat?
I think our offense has really been fluid. I mean, even more so tonight. It's very crisp. A little careless with some of our backdoor passes, trying to thread the needle a little too much. But the movement, the recognition, and the three-point shooting, let's be honest. 10 for 21. We have 10, they have 7 from 3. That's 9. The difference is 11. Do the math.
Ball movement, pace, body movement. We've been talking about that all season long. Guys, we'll send it back to you for the final few minutes here of the first half.
Thank you, Jeremy. And Coach Ross saying they did rule that a flagrant foul on the Larson closeout. Got too far underneath Lonzo Ball, who hits the 2 free throws and has one more coming. He with a 62-point first half. We still have 2:46 left in it. By the way, Coach Rothstein was speaking of threes. Norman Powell tonight, 4 out of 5 from downtown. It's the 4th time this season that Powell has tripled 4 times in a game. Ball missed the 3. Rebound comes down to Tomlin. He ran out of room, but he was fouled. And that's going to put the Heat over the limit. Free throws coming here for Cleveland as Jaquez picks up his 2nd foul. Let's pause for a word from Bacardi. Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat are one of 4 teams in the East right now. At 7-4, it's Miami, Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia. All 7 wins in their first 11 games. The Pistons have the best record in the East at 9-2. The Knicks are 7-3. Miami's next 2 games are against the Knicks, including Friday night in New York. By the way, the Knicks are 7-0 at home. They're down 20 at home tonight at the half to Orlando. Jaquez against Allen. 2:25 left in the half. Heat ahead by 6. Look out. Wiggins lost it. 7th Heat turnover. Greg Porter Jr. stepping back. Hunter moving forward. Tomlin. Jared Allen with the offensive board, and he was fouled on that rebound by Jaquez.
Tough matchup there for Jaquez at 6'6", trying to slow down Jared Allen at 6'10" with those long arms, who's just planted under the rim. He'd given up a lot of inches there, and Jaquez just going with the arm wrestle clamp there, trying to hold it Jared Allen down.
John, 8 offensive rebounds here in the first half for Cleveland. They had 26 offensive rebounds on Monday night against the Heat. Don't want to harp on it, but it's an area that Eric Spoelstra knows has been a vulnerable one. They rank last in the league in giving up offensive rebounds and allowing second chance points. They're aware of it. They're working on it. And, John, as soon as they can successfully address that, the Heat will be able to take a step ahead as a team.
Yeah, that's a huge rebound differential there last 4 games. You see on the graphic. And Coach Spo very much aware of it. They drill it. You know, his feeling also as the league has changed with a lot of teams sending 4 players of their 5 guys to the rim. And a lot of the rebounds are coming off the rim hard. So they're coming not right in front of the general rim area, but bouncing out more to the mid, free throw line area. And you got to be in a position to corral a lot of those. Either way, Miami has got to do a better job there of finishing some of those defensive possessions with defensive blockouts and rebounds. I think some of it's they're playing smaller for sure, and we're seeing that right now out there right now with this lineup getting bit taken advantage of.
12 points for Jared Allen. Heat playing without Bam Adebayo, their starting center and their captain. His 4th game in a row miss with a toe injury. Tyler Hero getting closer to his return from his mid-September ankle surgery. It's been nearly 8 weeks, and that was about the target date. Powell, one-hander, bounces down to Jared Allen. 5-point Heat lead. Just under 2 minutes left in the half. Nice pass underneath. Tomlin gets fouled. What a good feed up top.
He is an active player, Tomlin, at 6'10", the two-way player. In his second year out of Memphis, was undrafted, and he's playing like a sense of urgency out there. A young man just constantly cutting and moving and getting to an open area. This time Hunter finds him right under the basket as Wiggs got caught behind. John Tomlin had played a total of 7 NBA minutes this year. Just 2 games for him. He's out of Memphis. The Cavaliers have scored the last 8 points to cut it to 3. It's 62-59. Fontecchio. That was a nice piece of work. Noted for his three-point shooting. He got to the rim that time. Yeah, really controlled the defender, slowing down, using that shoulder to hold off Tomlin to get to the right hand. 10 points for him. Nice up and under move for Jared Allen. Showing you his array of skills. 14 points and 6 rebounds for Allen. 3-point Heat lead. Mitchell, left-hand drive and finish. Put Davion all 8 of his points in this quarter. Put the afterburner on to get inside there in the paint. Davion made a couple threes earlier in the game, and this time just quick catch and go, getting around a very good defender, and takes off the opposite foot, which confuses the shot blocker Allen there, who was timing him to take a more normal approach off the right foot. He takes off the left foot and outquicks the shot blocker Allen off the glass. He'd have committed 8 fouls in this quarter. 15th free throw attempt in the first half for the Cavs. They have not led in this game, but they trail right now by 4. They've been down by as much as 12 in this game. Loose ball, Fontecchio finds Wiggins for 3. Long rebound out to Tomlin. Under a minute left in the first half. Hunter against Jokic. Sweet looking pull up for the 7th year pro to the University of Virginia. From the Virginia Cavaliers to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Of course, he's an MVP in Charlottesville on that 2019 national championship team. Fontecchio. That was deep. 2-point Heat lead, 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Porter Jr. against Wiggins. Screen from Allen. Allen against Wiggins. Oh, he's so instinctive. Felt the contact, spun the other way. It's been an excellent first half for a guy who was underused on Monday night by Cleveland. He's got 16 points here in the first half. Yeah, I agree, and he's taking advantage. He has planted himself down low and had the smaller 6'6" Wiggins on him and just wheeled and got to a strong right hand. Nothing fancy. Playing the power game is Jared Allen, and he has been productive. Looking at his numbers, 16 points on 7 of 12 shooting. He's got 6 boards. It's been a force inside. He's been able to give them their 30 points in the paint. They're beating Miami in that area now by 4. Cavaliers on a 15-4 run to end this quarter. See if Powell could take a bite out of it. Yes, he does. And boy, that tasted good. Norman Powell accelerating past Dean Wade, a chance at a 3-point play. When you're a 3-point shooter, you get guys coming all the way out to guard you, and you can take advantage, as Norman Powell does there with a hard left-hand drive. He's got 16 points as well, 6 of 9 overall, including 4 of 5 from 3. Just looking at the rim out there beyond the arc is going to draw the defense to you, and you can counter with a hard drive. Nine-tenths of a second left in this second quarter. 69-point first half for Miami. They've had 4 first halves over 70 points this season. Another high-scoring first half for the NBA's highest-scoring team. But the undermanned Cavaliers are staying dangerously close. Intriguing Wednesday night matchup in Miami. Can the Heat stay unbeaten at home and extend their win streak to a 4th straight game? That's what they're hoping for.
We will see you at halftime. Heat and Cavaliers. Hope you are enjoying the NBA basketball on FanDuel Sports Network.
Want to bring the Heat to your ride? The Miami Heat have you covered with the hottest license plate in the state. Head to your local DMV office or log on to heat.com/viceplate to secure your plate. And a portion of the revenue will benefit the Florida Professional Sports Development Trust Fund. From the beautiful Rooms to Go Lounge, I'm Jeremy Taché. Now let's send it back to the broadcast.
Beautiful Wednesday night in Miami, a 65-degree majestic evening in Miami. We welcome you back to the Heat's house. Eric Reed alongside John Crotty. 7th game in a row, the Heat have scored over 60 points at the half. Offense wasn't the problem tonight, John. It was more issues on the defensive end, but the offense still playing very well.
Grooving and really great cutting and passing. And what we've seen is Miami continues to really push pace and find cutters. When the opponents are locking in on the ball handler, they are cutting and really getting rewarded by those cuts. Miami is the leading team in the association in terms of scoring points in the paint at 59 points a game. They're almost halfway there because of these great cuts. Being able to finish with layups or draw fouls and get themselves to the free throw line. Great unselfishness, great spacing, and being rewarded as a result.
Fontecchio and Powell led Miami. Wiggins was solid with his 8 and 5. This feels like a dangerous game for the Heat, with the undermanned Cavaliers playing very well. Jared Allen comes down with the defense on Wiggins and the rebound. So Ball racing with Pelle Larsson. Almost ran out of space. This is Hunter. And he charges right into Davion Mitchell, who gets called for the blocking foul. John, concern from the first half. The Heat shoot 53%, but only lead by 3. They were out-attempted at the free throw line 16-8 in that first half.
Yeah, and that's a total change from a game ago and on Monday, where Miami really dominated at the free throw line. Cleveland was really perimeter heavy, bombing away with 62 three-point shots, and they seem to be rebalancing their portfolio a bit here, with more paint attacks and post-ups with Jared Allen.
Davion serves it up and in. Davion Mitchell, 10 points in the game tonight. Mitchell with 4 assists, did not commit a first-half turnover.
Love how he picks his moments to find open areas to attack and when to space and shoot that three.
Well, excellent defense by Larsson. Allen misses the 3. Long rebound to Hunter and a rebounding foul against Miami. And this one's going to be on Norman Powell.
Mitchell continues to impress me with the way he reads the game, finding his spots. Little right to left hesitation freezes Lonzo Ball and able to get all the way to the basket using that bank shot, so the shot blocker can't affect him.
Merrill with Larsson in his hip pocket misses another shot. Sam Merrill 0 for 6. He with Mitchell driving again and scoring again. He accelerated past Dean Wade. A dozen for Davion.
He looks so good with that left hand. I mean, that's a tough shot for a right-handed player going that fast, and he's putting it up there with great touch.
Mitchell on the season averaging 9 points a game. Dean Wade, short jumper for Dean Wade. That's his first score of the game. Wade took just 2 shots, didn't make any in the first half. 5-point Heat lead. Wiggins against Ball. Oh, good defense that time by Lonzo Ball. He was up to the challenge. In transition, it's Merrill. And Wiggins with a rebound. Merrill, break out of what has been a 2-game funk with his shooting. Pelle for 3. Kaboom.
Wow, he's really improved out beyond the arc, and you can see it. The consistency of his stroke, and he has been a threat out there, knocking down those 3 balls.
He's 2 of 2 tonight from downtown. That was the Heat's 11th triple of the game. 8-point lead. We're early in the 3rd quarter. Dean Wade, baseline driving with Powell. 2 to shoot. Ball. Oh, he needed to shoot that. That's a 24-second violation on Cleveland.
And I like how Khalil Ware got off his man with just 2 seconds left. He knew there wasn't a lot of time for Ball to drop that one off, so he took away Ball's layup opportunity there and helps force that 24-second violation.
Mitchell crossing over. Now stepping in. Tipped in by Khalil Ware. Oh, Khalil with those long, expandable arms. He's got the great wingspan.
He is playing with such great activity on both ends of the floor and intelligence, too. He's just seems really under control.
Old school hook by Jared Allen does not go, and here comes Miami with a double-digit lead. Wiggins. And the rebound to Dean Wade. Dean Wade, the seventh-year pro out of Kansas State. 30 starts last year. His second start this year, his Ball rips a three. 12 points for Lonzo Ball. He's got 3 triples tonight. Powell driving on Wade to the basket over Jared Allen. Norman Powell, such versatility in his offensive portfolio.
Yeah, he can be bruising too. He's 6'4". He goes in there and throws that body around a little bit. Finishing with the right hand.
19 for Powell. Hunter with a driving score. 14 for DeAndre Hunter. 7-point Heat lead. 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Larson against Merrill. Inside for a Khalil slam. And a timeout for Kenny Atkinson. Did not appreciate the defensive breakdown. Heat with a 9-point lead.
Larson going up top here. Jared Allen gets caught in between, and Khalil Ware with the catch. Difference out there, impacting the game, driving and kicking and getting his teammates involved with some assists. Just great vision. Consistently, he and Jaquez are the ones who get into the paint and make things happen for Miami. He's got 4 assists. He's also keeping the defense honest, spreading the floor with 2 made threes and then mixing it up with some hard drives, using his left hand. Get to that glass with the runner. 12 points for Davion Mitchell.
And no turnovers for Mitchell, who's 5th in the league with his 4-to-1 assist turnover ratio. Davion going to be at the Miami Heat store at Dolphin Mall this Saturday for an autograph signing. Spots are limited. Line opens at 9 a.m. Get there early. For more info, visit MiamiHeatStore.com/Mitchell. Just under 8 minutes left, third quarter. Welcome back to the Heat's house, where Miami has a 9-point lead. Trying to win their 4th game in a row. And Merrill trying to wake up from his nightmare. He was 4 for 21 from 3 in these 2 games against Miami before that triple. He had not made a shot tonight. Missed his first 7, just as he did on Monday night. Davion connects. 6 points in the quarter for Davion Mitchell. He's got 14. Heat in front by 8. Merrill. Caught fire last night in the 4th quarter. That one ricocheted off, and the Heat will get it back.
Back to Davion Mitchell going with a crossover step back. He's really doing a nice job of creating space, which is what all shooters are looking for when they're trying to get that shot off. And he's got a taller guard at 6'6", Lonzo Ball on him. Coach Spo's going to challenge this right now, so we'll have a timeout. We'll come back and see what happens.
Yeah, Ball was awarded to Cleveland in what appeared to be a little bit of confusion. Eric Spoelstra found that out and quickly decided to take a timeout and use a Sprite coach's challenge. We're going to take us your favorite bakery since 1972. And good news for our friends out there in Heat Nation. The Heat won the Sprite coach's challenge. Ball goes out of bounds off whom? Wasn't him, was not Andrew Wiggins. Ball was originally awarded to Cleveland. Eric Spoelstra takes the timeout to challenge, and the Heat win that challenge. They will retain possession with 7:16 left here in the third quarter. The Heat are 5-0 at home. It's the 3rd time in franchise history, and this is year 38 that Miami has won their first 5 games at home. That's a major step forward, John, after winning just 19 home games all of last season. Play back in. Larson, nice bullet for Wiggins. Kaboom. The ball found the energy, and that deserved to go in. 11 points for Wiggins, and an 11-point lead for Miami now at 87-76.
Another positive driving kick play. Pella Larson with the drive.
And the steal by Davion Mitchell. 3-on-2 break. Larson open 3. And Nance saves it in. 6:40 to play in the third quarter. Inside Allen. And he gets right to the rim. That's why he shot 71% last year from the field. He's got 18 points tonight. John, he's been victimized a little bit by teams playing fast and small, and his fourth quarter minutes have been down this year.
Yeah.
Just a minute 21 in the fourth quarter last night. Did not appear at all in the overtime, but Kenny Atkinson said, we got to take advantage of him, got to find ways because he's one of our best players.
Yeah, and he provides that balance scoring on the inside, which I think to me, when I look at their shot profile, particularly in the last game, they were so heavy with the three-point shooting and getting away from some of the point attacks and paint attacks, and that's what he does best. I think that's why they were the top team in the East last year, record-wise in the regular season, was they had a great balance between knocking down threes, but also getting in easy buckets and getting in that paint regularly.
With 2 on the shot clock, Norman Powell found himself a layup. Also found himself another 20-plus point game. He's been over 20 in 8 of his 9 games with the Heat. He's got 21 tonight.
So effortless for him, too. He does it within the flow of the game.
Cloud-piercing rebound for Kel'el Ware. Heat up 11 with the ball. Wiggins bumping with Merrill a couple times. And this could be an offensive foul on Wiggins. A little overly aggressive that time, his second foul.
Using that left shoulder, smile on his face as he comes out of the game, just delivering it, boom, right between the shoulders there and the chest. Wiggs will sit down with his second personal foul, take a breather.
Jaime Jaquez Jr. checks in for the Heat. Wiggins to the bench with his 11 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. Heat up 11, 5.5 minutes left, third quarter. Merrill against Powell. Shot clock at 5. Dean Wade in and out, and Ware hurries to his 7th rebound. Mitchell against Proctor. The lob for Kel'el. He missed it, but he got fouled. He got pushed underneath the basket by Dean Wade.
On the move, Davion Mitchell trying to float it up there, goes right over Nance with it, and the shove in the back. Otherwise, Kel'el would have made that one on the move. He's great in the air, being able to calculate and finish. And he'll get rewarded with a side out here for Miami.
First team foul on the Cavaliers, first on Wade. Bucket counts plus a foul. Norman Powell went spinning to the basket and got knocked down, but he still finished.
He has been so good. Coming off the screen up top and somehow getting all the way to the basket through 2 defenders. Nance Jr. looks like he'll pick up his 3rd personal foul there and 1 for Norman. He's got 23. He's only been on the line 1 time. This will be his 2nd free throw.
This is the Heat's biggest lead of this competitive game. Comes with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and it's a 14-point lead for the Heat at 92-78.
How about the efficiency of Norman Powell? 9 of 12 right now from the field for him.
Craig Porter Jr. That's a streaking point guard who got to the basket, did not finish, but John, I like what I see out of Porter. He was undrafted after his career at Wichita State. He's in his 3rd season. Not a lot of success, but you're seeing glimmers of his potential.
Well, I think he's a guy who, with minutes can help you, but it's not easy when you're coming in on a team that's got a lot of talent. You're trying to fit in and play in short stints. A lot of guys can't handle that.
Oh, Mitchell's pass goes into the seats. Miami right now on a 10-2 run to open this 14-point lead. 4.5 minutes left, third quarter. Heat were up 3 at the half. Proctor, a rookie out of Duke, has it bounce off, and Kel'el Ware, good timing to come down with that defensive rebound. Powell draws the foul. And it's going to go against Proctor. Proctor picks up his 3rd foul with 4:20 left here in the third quarter. Side out for the Heat. Jaquez will inbound for Miami.
Yeah, Powell is just so crafty with those young rookies on him, using his body. Ooh!
Porter Jr. with a whack of Powell.
Boy, he took it right across the side of his head there. It was inadvertent by Porter Jr., but man, hit him right in the face. Right there, boom. Snap it back is Nick. Ooh.
I got two. Dino.
Powell lost the dribble, and Dean Wade with a pickup. 13th Heat turnover in this game. Cavaliers with just 9. They've been at 10 turnovers or less in 3 straight games, Cleveland. Dean Wade drills a 3. You know, he had 3 of them in 4 attempts in Monday night's game.
He's a very good shooter when he gets his feet set. No pressure on him there. That's no bueno for Miami.
Powell baseline drive. He missed the jam. Ware gets it back, and the Heat reset. 14 on the shot clock to begin this segment.
Kind of slipped out of Norm's hands when he went up to pike it.
Here's Davion with 3 on the shot clock. He rolled it off, and the rebound winds up with Cleveland. 3:23 to go, third quarter. Wade again. Dean Wade, 8 points in the quarter after a scoreless first half. He's hit 2 trays in a row to tighten the game down to an 8-point Heat lead.
Gotta have him put the ball down on the floor.
Norman hit the side of the glass on that corner 3. 3 minutes left in the third. DeAndre Hunter. Nance with 8 to shoot, driving in on Ware. Shot clock at 3. Wade for 3. And Ware underneath for his 11th rebound of the game. So another double-double for Khalil Ware. Khalil Ware, over the last 4 games coming in, was averaging 13 rebounds a game. He's got 11 tonight. Well, we have a moment. Here's a word from Hal Shots the rest of the way for Miami in this quarter. Jaquez makes the first of 2. Khalil Ware's 3rd double-double this season after coming up with 15 double-doubles last year as a rookie. He led all rookies in double-doubles last year. Johnny was active again in this game. 11 points and 11 boards in 18 first-half minutes.
Yeah, I've really liked what he's been able to do, helping the team really on both ends of the floor. And he did it from the get-go. He came right out, blocked the shot, contributed on the offensive end. He's been able to sustain the energy throughout the game, and I think that's the thing. He has to continue to build on that. Bring the intensity, bring the energy all the time when he's out there on the floor.
Hunter straightaway 3. Rebound comes down to Thomas Bryant. He was fouled by Jaquez. You know, there's all kinds of ways to get beat for an offensive rebound. That's the most seldom way the Heat have been beaten, just out-muscled. John, a lot of long rebounds going opponents' ways, but somehow or another, the Heat have to find a solution to that one.
No, that one right there was, you're right, that was muscle. And Thomas Bryant's a very physical player, and Heat were undersized, having Jaime Jaquez Jr. at 6'6", trying to guard him, and the switches are putting the Heat in bad positions. Drew Smith trying to block out Bryant right now. That's not easy.
That was Jaquez's 4th foul at the beginning of that possession. Here comes Jovic. Euro stepped in without the ball. Craig Porter Jr. has it for the Cavs. Coming back this way. Larson! Terrific block by Pella.
Coming from the weak side. Used his left hand there and did so without fouling. Looked like it was a sure 2 points going off the backboard there, and Pella Larson able to time that one. Knocked the Porter Jr. shot right out of bounds.
His first block shot of the season. That was a pretty play by Larson. 2nd round pick who's having an excellent second season. Jaquez will come out. For the Cavaliers, Luke Travers comes back into the game. He'll replace Dean Wade, who scored all 8 of his points in this quarter. Miami outscoring the Cavs 25-18 here in the third with 2 minutes left in the period. 10-point Heat lead. Tyrese Proctor, the rookie from Duke. Nice work for him. He's got 4 points. A steal and a score for Porter Jr.
Oh my. Sloppiness here at the end of this quarter, allowing the Cavaliers right back into it. Oh, and a
offensive foul on Fontecchio.
Oh my. We have not seen this Heat bench have these types of turnovers here. hard drive and the finish at the rim. And then the quick snatch and steal and finish.
Greg Porter Jr., 17 points. He's been an impact player tonight for Cleveland. Big minutes without Darius Garland. Something we need to address at some point in this telecast in terms of the Cleveland situation. Drew Smith reaches in, comes away with the steal. And did he call? No, he did not call the timeout. It's going to be a jump ball. John, Darius Garland, their starting point guard. Get to it in a minute.
Good active hands. Drew Smith helping off his man, mixing it up on the court, trying to call a timeout. I was looking at the shot clock. They flipped the shot clock over to the Heat's possession.
There's Darius Garland, their starting point guard, so important to their team. He injured his toe, his big toe on his left foot. Game 2 of last year's first round against Miami. Had surgery on that toe, and then missed 9 early games this season. Re-injured the toe, a contusion to that big toe. In the third quarter of Monday night's game, he's day-to-day, but that's a little bit of a concern. He's a very important element to a team that won 64 games last year with a #1 seed in the East. And Kenny Atkinson said before the game, he's got to be patient, and we have to be patient. Those are tough injuries to come back from.
Yeah, it's like a turf toe is what you would call it. A 2-time All-Star, this guy. I mean, he's a heck of a player in terms of being able to score, but also generates a lot of offense for them going to the basket in the paint. So Kenny Atkinson felt like some of the imbalance they had with a lot more threes being taken than maybe points in the paint and layup opportunities had to do with the fact that Darius Garland wasn't out there facilitating some of that offense.
You see Evan Mobley to his right. Mobley and Donovan Mitchell sitting tonight out for rest early in the season. They do have a home game tomorrow night against Toronto. Interesting that they would choose that game to play in rather than this game.
2-3 zone here against Miami. Cleveland putting it up.
Fontecchio for 3. Kaboom. Needed that. Fontecchio with 13 points tonight. He is 3 of 4 from downtown.
That's called a zone buster right there. When you move it around the perimeter and knock down a 3 like that.
Proctor. Tyrese Proctor, second round pick. He's 21 years old. Played at Duke. Played 3 years at Duke. Got 4 of the 6 points in this quarter. 4-point lead for the Heat. Oh, the miss reverse by Pella Larson.
He just short-armed it. He was wide open there. Pella somehow missed that one.
Final 24 seconds of the third quarter. The Cavaliers have been a very stubborn opponent tonight. They've played well shorthand. Porter Jr. jumper over Larson, and the rebound of Wiggins. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Jovic, it's time. Missed it. 97 points through 3 quarters sounds good, but not quite good enough because the Cavaliers are just 4 points back. Competitive night here in Miami. The Heat trying to extend their win streak to 4 straight, trying to stay unbeaten at home. It ain't easy, folks. Devin, the Cavaliers 93, Miami shooting 51%. The Heat are +7 on the glass. But John, the Cavaliers a stubborn visitor to the Heat's house tonight.
Yeah, they continue to battle, and it's been different guys stepping up as we anticipated. Porter Jr. with 17 points. We saw Jarrett Allen really step out with 18 and DeAndre Hunter with 16. Lonzo Ball's had 12, so they've been able to have a couple of the steady guys bring it, and then a couple guys off the bench.
What's hurt Miami tonight? Turnovers, 17 in the game. Tomlin from the corner, that's short. Rebound to Wiggins. Wiggins cautiously across and then loses the ball. Here comes Tomlin, 2-on-1 break. Only Fontecchio back. Oh, Fontecchio couldn't hold the fort for that long. He commits the foul. Third on Fontecchio, first team foul of the fourth quarter, which is not that old, but Miami having turnover issues in this game. Let's pause for a message from Kia. Committed 20. They committed 19 in the first game at Orlando, then 20 in the blowout win at Memphis. They got 18 already, and we're just beginning the fourth quarter. A 2-point lead for the Heat remains a very dangerous home game for Miami. Jovic against the rookie Tomlin. Wiggins. Fontecchio. Rebound comes down to DeAndre Hunter. Hunter picked up by Drew Smith. To the paint. Triple team, but foul. I think it's Drew Smith. Yes, third foul on Drew. Second team foul on Miami here in the fourth quarter. Heat going with Smith, Wiggins, Jaquez, Jovic, and Fontecchio. We haven't had a lead change in this game. We don't have it on this possession as Jovic comes up with a steal. Numbers for Miami. Jovic for the trailing Wiggins. Ooh, he got fouled, but did not finish. He will get 2 free throws.
That's where Jovic just has to continue to plow ahead and finish with the hard right hand there. That's a tough pass. Wiggins really skilled to be able to handle that basketball there in really tight confines and get the ball up there. It'll be 2 free throws for Andrew.
Craig Porter Jr. with his first foul of the game. Let's pause for a quick pop. The junior will come out. Sam Merrill checks back in for Cleveland. Merrill, 2 rough shooting games in a row here in Miami. He was 4 for 16, all of them threes in Monday night's game. He is 1 for 9 from the field in this game. John, as a player, how do you get through shooting droughts like that?
I'll tell you what, that's hard. I was a point guard, so I never took that many shots like that. They're going to let him shoot through it because that's his game. But he's missed a lot, and he's missing some open ones too. He's able to get a Cleveland turnover there.
Oh, Jaquez unable to finish against Thomas Bryant. Merrill down the other end, a bump from Smith, and 2 free throws coming up for Sam Merrill.
It's been rare that Cleveland's been able to beat Miami down the floor. Miami's been great attacking them, putting them on their heels. 13-2 advantage in the transition fast break game. One of Miami's strength. They're second in the association at 20 points a game. So that's going on as planned right now. Miami continues to put pressure on teams, and Cleveland in back-to-back games, they've really hurt them in the transition game.
Sam Merrill, he had all 12 of his points Monday night in the fourth quarter of that game in Miami. Tied for the second best scoring quarter of his 6-year NBA career. Last year he averaged 7 points a game. This year he comes in averaging just under 15 points a night. Best start in the 29-year-old's NBA career. Got 4 points tonight. You can add 1 more to it. It's a 1-point game. Heat have not trailed. We've been tied once. Drew Smith, baseline driving. Merrill able to knock it out of bounds. And Merrill saying he didn't touch it. He wants Kenny Atkinson to challenge, and you know what? Atkinson just may do it. He's out on the floor, and he's going to let him play through. Into Fontecchio. Rejected by Travers. And a loose ball foul against Miami. That did not go well for the Heat. Drew Smith picking up his 4th foul.
Travers coming from the weak side of the floor, leaving Wiggins, and Fontecchio took off early, and that meant he was committed, allowed Travers to come over and swat that one away.
You know, Smith sits down. Drew Smith tonight, 6 points, 6 rebounds, but 5 fouls in 14 minutes. Mitchell back in, guarding Merrill. 10 minutes left in the game. This is Travers. Awkward shot that drops for Luke Travers, playing in his 5th NBA game this year. It's his first score, and it gives Cleveland their first lead of the game with just under 10 minutes left. Oh, ball thrown behind Jovic. He were up by 14 in the 3rd quarter. They're down 1 now. Wiggins got there, and it rolled off for Andrew. Travers. Cavaliers have momentum. It's Tomlin. And the rebound from behind Bryant by Jaquez, but he ran out of room on that sideline.
Good help there by Jaquez inside. Davion Mitchell trying to block out a bigger player. And it looked like Jaquez was going to be able to swipe it away from Bryant, but he just lost control.
A 15-4 Cleveland run. Miami was up by 14 with under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Now they're down by 1. 9.5 minutes to go. Merrill, pump faking. 5 to shoot. Proctor, 2 on the shot clock. Merrill tipped up and around and finally in. Well, the Cavaliers relentless in their pursuit of offensive rebounds. Bryant and Tomlin fired up. The Cavaliers with a 3-point lead in a stunning third quarter for them. Fourth quarter for them.
Battling on the glass, Tomlin and Bryant like a volleyball, tipping it in. And
Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero out for Miami. Mitchell, Mobley, Garland, Strus, and Jason Tyson all out for Cleveland. Norman Powell got off well tonight. 17 of his 24 points came in the first half. But the Cavaliers, right now it's a 17-4 run. Miami was up by 14 with just under 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Since that juncture, Cleveland has outscored Miami 23-6.
That's a shocking number there. And gonna need a lot of good basketball here with 9:13 to go on the Miami side. This Cleveland team's not going away.
9:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Heat trying to stay unbeaten at home and extend their win streak to a 4th straight game. Cavs in a 2-3 zone. Jaquez for Ware. A left-handed jam for Kalel to bring the Heat to within 1.
Looked like he guided that one in. He's so good using that offhand, that left hand around the rim. Really comfortable Ware is around the basket with that left hand.
Thomas Bryant comes down with his 7th rebound. He's only played 11 minutes. Proctor, open 3. Nailed it. Tyrese Proctor, 10th triple of his rookie season. He's got 9 points tonight. Loose ball rebound to Travers. 8:20 to play. Cavs with a 3-point lead. Proctor again. Proctor, another 3. And this one comes down to Ware. He claims his 12th rebound, so he's got 13 points and 12 boards. He's made 5 of his 6 shots. Wiggins. Shot clock at 10. Time to get reset. Davion. Nice pass into Jaquez against Tomlin. Blocked his shot. It's been hard for the Heat right now. 3.2 seconds left on the shot clock as Dean Wade will come in for Cleveland and replace Luke Travers. For Miami, Norman Powell and Pelle Larsson come back into the game.
Good to have Norman
Wiggins
Powell.
and Fontecchio out.
Need Powell in there right now to help close this fourth quarter. Need his scoring. Need him to shoulder the load a bit and lead this team. He's got 24 points right now.
In the Powell. 2 to shoot. Now 1. Off balance 3. Off target. Proctor down with a rebound. Cavaliers right now in the driver's seat with a 4-point lead. Proctor. Now Thomas Bryant. Long rebound to Tomlin. Long 3. Missed by Proctor, and Ware pursued it. Tomlin picks up the foul. And John, again, we're seeing a very engaged and active version of Kalel Ware.
He's got 12 rebounds, 13 points, 5 of 6 from the field. He's been efficient. He's been active. Goes right to the glass, gets a body on Tomlin a bit there, and then able to corral that one in. Tomlin playing like a man possessed out there on the Cleveland side.
Jaquez spinning and laying and finishing. That's a big bucket. Because the Heat were being outscored 11-3 in the quarter before Jaquez just cashed in. 9 points for Jaime on 3 of 11 shooting.
Looked familiar, like the game on Monday night there.
Oh, Jared Allen followed it in after Ware went to help. 20 points now for Jared Allen. 4-point lead for Cleveland with under 7 minutes left. Jaime colliding with Tomlin. That's a foul on Tomlin. Naquan Tomlin getting significant minutes in this game with the Cavaliers being shorthanded, and he's played well. 7 points and 5 rebounds for him. Merrill comes out. Craig Porter Jr. is a firecracker of a guard for Cleveland. He's back in the game for them. Merrill sits 1 for 10 shooting.
They've gone big too. I mean, their front line right now: 6'9" Dean Wade, 6'9" Jared Allen, and 6'10" Tomlin out there.
5 on the shot clock for Larson on a pull-up lob that was poorly thrown. Miami's 19th turnover of the game. Tomlin through traffic for the score. Cleveland by 6, their biggest lead of this game. 6:27 left in the fourth. Jaquez, he got in trouble on the baseline, and the Heat turn it over for the 20th time tonight. John, an offense has been so good right now is it a very rough patch.
They sure have. They're getting slowed down. And credit the defense on the Cleveland side. They've been able to stand Miami up. Miami hasn't been able to push it down their throats. And that's pretty good defense by Pelle Larsson there. But offensively, Miami has been not able to get the ball down the floor as quick and get more driving kicks and feed in the paint. It's been a lot harder here with this Cleveland defensive unit out there.
Cavaliers outscoring the Heat 15-5 here in the fourth quarter. 7 on the shot clock. Proctor against Larson. 2 to shoot. Got fouled. How about this rookie, Tyrese Proctor, originally from Sydney, Australia. Tonight's his 10th game off the bench. He was the 49th pick in last June's draft, and right now he is showing why the Cavaliers like him.
Porter Jr. and Proctor and Tomlin and Bryant have all given them a big lift off the bench. I mean, Miami, one of the top benches in the league, and Cleveland has one of the worst, but this group has played inspired basketball for Cleveland.
Let's pause. Cleveland with their biggest lead of the game. Right now it's an 8-point lead for them. 110-102 with just under 6 minutes left. Davion cross court. Jaquez had to go high to get it. Now he fires it. And the long rebound comes down to Tomlin. 17-5 Cleveland here in the fourth. Porter Jr. bouncing for Jared Allen, who's got steam, and he scores. And the Heat on the ropes right now. Miami's been outscored 19-5 in the quarter, and they find themselves down by 10 with 5:28 left.
Outthink me, but you can't, frankly. I'm out for the Benjis, Frankies. You know, just because you ain't me, don't hate me. As a matter of fact, you should thank me. Even if you don't, you're welcome, Yankees. Zigga, 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 zow. Who got the keys to the world now? Yours truly. Blah, 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 blah. They can't.
Miami, since leading by 14 with 8+ minutes in the third quarter, they've been outscored since then 34-10. They're in trouble. 2 on the shot clock for Powell. It is not going Miami's way. They have been badly outplayed here in the fourth quarter, being outscored 19-5 in this quarter.
Cleveland in that 2-3 zone, it was effective, forcing Miami into that tough corner 3. Contested with the clock winding down, and let's see, they're staying in the zone here.
Mitchell powers his way in and scores. Davion, the Bulldog point guard, he's got 16 points, tying his season high.
I like the early attack. Got to get back to that attacking mentality, and before that Cleveland half-court defense is set.
Craig Porter Jr. using the Allen screen, and Mitchell over-aggressive and overzealous trying to get over that screen. He picks up his 3rd foul.
Running out of room here to make mistakes and to give easy buckets and free throws here to Cleveland. The 20 turnovers just jumping off the stat sheet. 27 points Cleveland's been able to score off those 20 turnovers. And the margin of error right now as the clock's winding down is getting slimmer and slimmer for Miami. They've got to take care of the ball and be efficient here on out.
Second best scoring game this season for Jared Allen. Native of Austin, Texas. First 3 years with Brooklyn. 5th year with Cleveland. He's got 6 points in the fourth quarter, and he's tied his season high with 24 points. 10-point lead for Cleveland. 4:18 left. It's 114-104, and Powell turns it over. That's now a season worst game for the Heat in turnovers with 21.
Wow.
be a foul on Norman Powell. He's showing a little bit of frustration right now. Second foul on Powell.
Trying to be aggressive out on the perimeter there, but caught Porter Jr. right in the throat area. It's okay to be aggressive, but in the bonus right now, putting these guys on the free throw line, it's giving them an opportunity to score points. Just too easily right now for Miami. Porter Jr., a pretty good free throw shooter, and he's not going to have a chance, obviously, to defend at all in this possession.
Eric Spoelstra was asked before the game about if he was worried the Heat might have a letdown. He said, well, we haven't proven anything yet to have a letdown against anybody. But John, the Heat are without Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, but the Cavaliers without three starters, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Darius Garland. Also without Jalen Tyson and Max Strus. A short-handed Cleveland team has played exceptionally well, especially late in the game. It's now 23-7 Cleveland here in the fourth quarter. They're running away with this.
This is one of the first game we've really seen Jaime struggle too. He's 3 of 13 from the field. He hasn't been able to score in the paint like he normally does.
Heat offense has been held down. Inside Ware turns and scores. Kalel, 15 points on 6 of 7 shooting. He also has 13 rebounds. He's averaged over 13 rebounds a game in his last 5, including tonight. 10 on the shot clock for Porter Jr. Heat needs stops. Wade, off his body, out of bounds. Heat ball.
Look at that. Rotation, active hands by Mitchell, and Ware right there where he should be defending that rim.
Still time for the Heat with over 3 minutes left. Jaquez finds his way, but it trickles off down to Dean Wade. Jaquez 3 of 14 from the field. He came into this game shooting 58%. Allen gets fouled.
That's just a load to guard inside, and Andrew Wiggins getting the assignment at 6'6", trying to check the 6'10" Jarrett Allen. Look at his right hand. He's grabbing Wiggins' jersey underneath, but he is just so physical and active, swinging those elbows. And that is a tough man to guard close to the basket, Jarrett Allen.
Jarrett Allen, a key player tonight. Hey, folks, stay tuned for our Heat Live postgame show presented by Verizon right after the game. You know, Jarrett Allen played just 7 minutes in the second half on Monday night, less than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, did not play in the overtime, and Kenny Atkinson, who was ejected from that game and wasn't around to coach the second half, talked about the issue of getting him more involved. He's been heavily involved in this game.
Again, their success last year had a great balance of scoring in the paint and knocking down threes. They've taken so many threes here to start the season. They're #1 in attempts and makes, but they've gotten away from scoring in the paint. And I think a big part of that is they haven't been able to tap into this guy enough, Jarrett Allen. And on a night where they were missing some of their top players, Jarrett Allen more highly featured, and right now they're on their way here to potentially beat the Heat.
Andrew Wiggins tallies his 14th point. Jarrett Allen, by the way, a season-high 26 points for Cleveland. They've taken 30 free throws to Miami's 13. That ball swept out by Ware. It's going to stay with Cleveland on a fresh shot clock. The Cavaliers came to Miami on Monday and had their 4-game winning streak stopped when the Heat scored 140 points in that overtime game. Cleveland has bounced back well 2 nights later. Backdoor cut. Hunter got the score and drew the foul on Wiggins.
He trying to ramp up the pressure, but Cleveland reading the overplay, and Wiggins gets beat backdoor by Hunter there. Jarrett Allen, as a big, able to make that play with a left-hand pass. That was nifty. Hunter now with his 18th point and 1 opportunity at the free throw line.
Boy, it's really fallen apart for the Heat in this fourth quarter, John. They've been outscored 28-11 in this quarter. 120-108 Cleveland. Powell missing from downtown. Jarrett Allen with his 10th rebound of the game. His 3rd double-double this year for the talented former University of Texas star. the highest scoring team in the league coming in the Heat. They've been held to 14 points over the last 12 minutes, and Allen scores again. It's a Cleveland runaway here in Miami. 123-108. A 28-point night for Allen on 11 for 19 shooting. Davion Mitchell. John, a night like tonight, there's only one thing you could do. That's give Cleveland the credit they deserve. A respect-earning victory for a lot of young players, and for some of their backups, they stepped up.
They really did, and played with great energy, great intensity, and fearless out there. And how about Jaron Allen? I think a huge exclamation game for him, kind of letting the coaching staff know, hey guys, I'm still here. You might want to activate me more often, because I am a threat out here. 28 points and 10 boards for Jaron Allen to lead this Cleveland team.
We are back with 1:27 left here in the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers with a 125-108 lead. Heat will play in New York on Friday night, a 7 o'clock start. You can hear it on WQAM and the Heat Radio, the Heat Audio Experience. You can also listen to Jose Pineda on Spanish radio. But right now, John, it's Cleveland 32-11 here in the fourth quarter. It's probably the worst quarter the Heat have played this season. And that 14-point third quarter at San Antonio, but John, this one sort of a dud for the Heat down the stretch on both ends.
Yeah, frustrating. Frustrating because of how well Miami's played at home and being undefeated, and just how well they've been able to move the ball and score it at such a high level. And they've really been stymied by this Cleveland defense.
Marquez with a late score, giving him 11 points. 125-110. 14 left. Cleveland looks like they're about to improve their record to 8-4. The Heat will fall to 7-5. That'll be Miami's first loss of the season at home. And Alonzo Ball hits the three for a Cleveland team that was just 3-3 on the road. John, I think we just witnessed their best road victory this season. Wiggins triples. Again for Kenny Atkinson, sitting Mobley and Donovan Mitchell on the first night of a back-to-back. All of a sudden, looking like a very good move for them.
Yeah, sure is. I mean, those guys will be fresh.
They play tomorrow night at home against Toronto.
Yeah, playing at home.
Heat at New York on Friday night, then home against the Knicks on Monday night. Jaron Allen with a 30-point, 10-rebound game. I'd say this is probably the first really disappointing defeat of the season for Miami, as Norman Powell triples. 27 points for Powell. By the way, the Cavaliers, who took 120 shots on Monday, have taken 104 attempts from the field tonight. Now, Cleveland won 64 games for a reason last year. They win their 8th game in their first 12 this season. A very uplifting victory for them, and first sort of down night for the Heat at home, and their first disappointing loss of the season. But give the Cavaliers credit, John. They got the job done.
Yeah, they really did. I give them a lot of credit, especially after a real emotional, tough loss. Heat played so well with that last-second overtime win, and they were not flustered with this group coming out playing hard.
Heat got outscored 37-19 in the fourth quarter. That's how the Cavaliers walk off a winner. We'll be right back.
music.